beautiful ricotta pancakes this afternoon. Yeah, Erin's favourite. So Erin is joining me today because she wants to eat them all. I feel that although it's 2 in the afternoon, you can never have a bad time for pancakes. They're always good, aren't they?
Yeah.
But it did have a bit of a brunch feel. So we're going with a Bellini today. Erin, obviously, just with the orange squash. You can. Anytime's good for pancakes.
I remember on pancake day I had it for breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Probably did.
And dessert.
So we got Sarah from Newcastle, Rona from Stevenage.
Yeah.
Hellos from Melanie and Edwina.
Excellent. Nice to have you all with us. If you're from further afield, let us know. You don't need any oven temperatures on today, so don't worry about that. And this is very much we're going to eat as we go because we're going to produce about 12 pancakes. If you don't want to use them all now, you can chuck them in the fridge and have them tomorrow morning.
So 4 each?
No, there's 4 of us.
And there's 12.
Yeah, so how many pancakes do you get if there's 12 pancakes? 3 each, yeah.
I wanted 12.
Deborah's asked, can she use self-raising flour? She doesn't have any.
Be able to do that, just leave out the baking powder or just put a pinch of it in and you'll be fine. Well, I'll tell you my news first of all, and then anyone that's logging on will have a few more minutes. We have literally, having spent the whole week formatting the, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Be good. Having formatted the paperback recipe book throughout the week, and we had it sent back to us because there was a millimetre gap on the front cover. It's quite a tall order to make sure that Amazon are happy with the layout of a book when you publish. So anyway, we have literally 3 minutes ago been told that the paperback is now available on Amazon to buy. And I'm very excited by it. So please go and buy your recipe book off Amazon. It's available as an ebook or as a paperback. Right, okay, we're going to do ricotta making. So, ricotta making? No, we're not. We're doing ricotta pancake making, not ricotta making. Okay, so to do this, thank you, Erin, you're going to need 2 bowls to be able to split your eggs. Well, I'm going to need them both, sweetie, for a minute because we're going to need to split the eggs into egg whites.
I forgot to tell you eggs.
Eggs, yeah. So I'm just going to get one of these, Erin. It's okay, sweet. Okay. So, with the eggs, you've got 4 eggs. I want the egg yolks in one bowl and the egg whites in the other.
Can I do
so be really careful with it. If it's not something you're confident with, you could always do this into a mug or a jug or something like that and do them individually. So if you make a mistake, you're not wasting all your eggs. Darling, because it's separating them, I'm going to do it on this occasion if that's all right.
Can I just crack it?
No, because you're like the Incredible Hulk when it comes to cracking
Please,
eggs.
I'll crack it lightly, I promise.
Just for the purpose of today, if we accidentally get the yolk in to the wrong side, we'll end up having to do it all again and all the eggs are out of my reach.
Yeah, and we have people who will go in
Sorry, I'm being cack-handed myself today. I think it's because I've done too much pruning. Right, so to split the eggs, I'm just going to balance the egg yolk from eggshell to eggshell and let the egg white pour out. Right, so again, I'm just going to pour in the egg white and make sure my egg yolk does not go in. If you get egg yolk in your whites, it makes it harder to whisk them up. So that's 2 in. You're better off getting a little bit of extra egg white in the yolks than the other way around. Thank you, Erin. Shell on me. Erin, are you a fidget?
Yeah.
No, try not to make too much noise with things because otherwise people will hear clicking of things. I know this isn't you like the actual frying them up, don't you? I know. So sorry whilst I'm concentrating, I'm sure you're doing the same thing.
I always ask to try and flip them, but I can never have them.
A couple of people have it freezing on them, so they just want to know what they've missed so far.
So all we're doing is we are splitting the eggs into one bowl has the egg whites and one has the egg yolks.
That feels so weird.
I know, actually we could do this on 4 eggs, sorry. Yeah, 4 eggs.
I'm gonna get
You're going to get, if you get this cloth, can you bring it over for us?
Which cloth?
A wet cloth.
This one?
That's it, just to clean our hands on. So I'm just splitting the eggs by moving the egg yolk from one half of the shell to the other half of the shell, being careful not to get any yolk into my egg whites because that will affect the way it whisks up. Like I said, if you are a bit unsure of how far to go, add a bit of the egg white with the yolk. It doesn't matter that way round. And all we've done is we've put egg whites in one bowl, egg yolks in the other. That's as far as we've got, guys. Just going to quickly give that a bit of a clean up. Got a little bit of a spillage.
Anne's grandson loved his cinnamon bun kit.
Oh, brilliant.
If you hold the yolk, then do this because then it might just slip off because they are.
Yeah, if you cup you can do it in your hand and you can cup the yolk.
I would do it like this, so you don't so it doesn't just slip out of your hands.
Okay. So hopefully, as I said, if you're struggling, do each egg over a separate item like a cup or something or a little cereal bowl, and then you can add it when you know that you've got it right, so you don't waste all your eggs. So hopefully, if you can give us a thumbs up that you're with us, that we've got the eggs separated. So the egg whites, we do need these, so we're going to come back to these. That's why we've got the electric whisk. But I'm going to just put it to one side for a moment whilst we work on the egg yolks. So in front of me, I've got the egg yolks. So we're working with the yellow part. And to that, we're going to add a tub of ricotta. That's 250 grams of ricotta. Right, Erin. Should we peel that back?
Big spoon.
Do you reckon? Do you think it might just tip in?
No.
Do you not? I think if we oh, it does. Look at that. Completely out.
This is what it should look like.
So you've got a tub, 150 grams of ricotta. I'm just going to move this forward so Erin can actually get involved
Can
here.
I mix it?
Yeah, bear with me.
What does that?
Well, we can also put in our sugar. So you've got 115 grams of caster sugar.
Now
So we've not mixed anything yet. We've just been pouring these in.
It should look like.
If they've got a lot of yolk in the white, do they carry on or do they just watch and make later?
You might as well, if you've got some yolk in your white, try getting a bit of shell and scooping the egg yolk out. If you can't and it's a bit mixed, have a go at whisking the egg whites because this isn't meringues. This is all going to be combined together anyway. But what we do is we whisk the egg whites to make it nice and fluffy with our pancakes. So if you've done it already, you might as well keep going and see what are the results because if you can scoop out a little bit, or it's only a bit anyway, you might be able to whisk them up. So have a go. Definitely worth having a go. Right, Erin, so you can mix that. So in the egg yolks, we've got a tub of ricotta, 250 grams, and 115 grams of caster sugar. My expert stirrer there.
Did the ricotta
Well
go
done.
into the white or the yolk?
Everything's going into the yolks at the moment.
Sorry
It's all right.
about that.
So the egg whites we've put aside. We're going to whisk those up in a minute. So ignore the egg whites. This is all going into the egg yolks now.
You might take a bit slower. I just
Can you
like.
repeat how much sugar?
So that's 115 grams of caster sugar in that. So yeah, egg yolks, 1 tub, 250 grams of ricotta, and 115 grams of caster sugar. To that, we're going to add 255 grams of plain flour. Excellent.
By the way, don't do it how fast I did it if you don't want to be splattered.
No, it's not a race, is it? So we've got, hang on. So we've got 255 grams of plain flour. I'm going to do a pinch of salt.
And a pinch of baking powder.
Hang on. Got to make sure that everyone's keeping up with this, Erin. And we're going to add a teaspoon of baking powder. If you have used self-raising rather than plain flour, you're not going to need so much of this. You could just do a pinch or leave it out. So it's a bit much. Our baking powder, well, that helps make it rise, doesn't it? So if you've already got the raising and the self-raising, you'll be fine.
Yeah, because self-raising has
Right, we've got some
Everything
questions.
which has gone into the bowl.
Yeah, so in the bowl, this is the egg yolks. And we've put in a tub of the ricotta, which is 250 grams. We've put in 115 grams of caster sugar, 255 grams of plain flour, the teaspoon of baking powder, and a pinch of salt. We're now going to add, hang on Erin, we're going to add 190 ml of milk. Okay.
This is how.
So I'm just going to pour that in, and Erin, very gently, otherwise it's going to splash up at you.
It should look like porridge, but a bit more solid.
Okay, you keep going. So you've got quite a thick mix at the moment. The milk's going to loosen that. So give that a good stir in. Have we got any questions coming in, or are they all busy adding their ingredients? So you've basically, other than the egg whites, everything and your toppings, everything is going in with the egg yolks. So you can put it all in and just give it a really good stir, and you'll end up with a thick batter.
Yes, that was 190 ml of milk went in.
190 ml of milk, yeah. Quick stir, Erin. Erin, please. Thank you, darling. You can carry on. I just want to make sure that the flour is all combined. There we go.
Does it matter if it's full fat or semi-skimmed?
No, doesn't matter at all.
And to repeat, it's 190 ml of milk.
Yeah, so that's all of your ingredients, bar the egg whites, should be in with your egg yolks at the moment.
Is there an alternative to ricotta?
So we've been asked this. Yes, but they will give you quite different flavours. So you've got mascarpone, but that's quite tart and quite a strong flavour. So you have to like the taste of that to add it. You've also got cream cheese, but again, it's quite a different flavour. The nice thing about ricotta is it's very mild, so it works well for a pancake. You can try those. I've never tried them. I can see that the texture and the consistency would suit it, but we haven't made it with it. So just be prepared that they are going to taste differently if you substitute the ricotta. Right, how are we doing?
There's been a few people who have had it freeze for a while, so can we just repeat again what went into that?
So hang on, Erin. Did a tub of the ricotta, which is 255 grams. We've added 115 grams of caster sugar, 255 grams of plain flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, and a pinch of salt. So most of your ingredients are in that one, and now I've got my egg whites in front of me.
Sarah says she's got a thick batter now.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah. So just to show you to camera, that is a really thick batter we've got there.
And
That way, sorry.
and you
Go, thick batter.
can even test it by tipping it over. It'll struggle.
There you go. So you can see it's very gloopy.
Yeah.
Right, hang on, Erin. We don't need to keep mixing it. I know you like mixing it, but you have to follow instructions a bit too. Yeah. Right. So we're now. I'm just a bit wary, Mr. Boozy Baker. Can you hold that for me? We're going to whisk the egg whites, and we're not adding anything to it. We're just going to whisk them until they are stiff. So we've got lots of air in the egg whites. I've got the egg whites in front of me, and I'm just going to whisk them. I'm not adding anything to the egg whites. So I will take questions in a minute. I'm just going to give these a good whisk up. No, darling. Hang on.
You might want to put something like earplugs on whilst
Right.
you're doing that, because it might.
You will know when your egg whites are ready when they look that colour.
Is that cream?
And you know what you're supposed to be able to do when they're ready? You're supposed to be able to hold it over someone's head and it won't fall out. I don't recommend you do that if you're unsure, because it will get messy.
Why did you do that?
Because I was sure. So you'll have white, stiff egg whites in your bowl.
I thought it was cream.
No, it's no cream. That is just egg whites that have just whisked all the air in until it's white.
Maureen has asked, did the egg yolks go into the mixture?
So in the batter that we've got, this batter, that's where we put the egg yolks. No, we're not going to do that. So that's all your ingredients in that, other than the egg whites. Erin, darling, when you do that, your hair's going to go into it, okay?
Oopsie.
Right. So now we've got the two going. What we're going to do is we're going to add just a part of the egg white into the batter. And we're going to do that because it loosens the mixture up before we add the rest. So just very carefully, I'm going to fold. And when I say fold, I mean we're going to kind of like, it's like tucking the egg white in, like you're putting it to bed and you're tucking it in. You want to fold the mixture over on itself, so that you're not knocking out too much air. So we're just going to, I'm moving the bowl round as I go, so that I'm making sure that I'm getting that same consistency all over. And that's just loosen my mixture up. If I show you, it's just not much different at the moment, but it's just ever so slightly looser, that it's falling off my spoon, that when I add the rest of my egg whites, so it's going to be easier to combine it. So I'm now combining all the egg whites into the batter, so everything's together. Now, Erin, did you hear what I was saying about the folding? So we're not going to stir it in a frenzy. We're going to fold it in. Hang on. That's it. So we're going to fold this over and combine. We're folding. Can I have a go, darling, if that's all right? Just for a minute. So you've got like light fluffy clouds that we're just folding into the batter.
I didn't know we were supposed to do that.
That's okay. So you're getting your spoon and you're bringing it almost under the mix, and you're spooning it over. Right, we're just having a little bit of a shuffle round. Mr. Boozy Bakers is doing a wonderful job, because we are... Actually, I'm going to do that instead. We're just taking some of the things away so that we can make room for our hob. So bear with us. Well done, Erin. Let's go round you there.
Chloe's asked, do we keep the video live on the profile?
Yes, we do. It's always saved, and I'm going to get round, I promise, to downloading some more on YouTube. We're actually going to re-record the shortbread one because we had quite a few issues, and we need to add... What did we do last week?
Olive bread.
Olive bread. We're going to add the olive bread on there. I just haven't got round to it because I've been busy with the book and gardening. So we will get onto that. And then next week we are making soft pretzels, which are delicious. If you like proper big soft pretzels, they are brilliant.
I've tasted about 20.
Probably. So I'm just getting, because obviously you're in your kitchen and you can move around, we can't. So we've got our hob ready. Apparently we're not in shot, so I shall do that.
Remember, it's every Saturday, 2 o'clock.
It is, well done.
Or was it 1 o'clock?
This can all go if that's all right, Mr. Boozy Baker.
Is it 1 o'clock?
No, that's fine. Right, so Erin has combined all that. We don't want to knock the air out, so I'm going to have to stop her from doing any more. So you've now got your batter, which will be thinner and smoother. So that's all ready to go. You're going to need, Mr. Boozy Baker will... Okay, if you can give us a thumbs up when you have that part. I'm going to start heating our hob because I know it takes a bit longer. I'm going to put some oil. You said you wanted to. Go on then.
How much?
A few sprays in there. You all right? Mr. Boozy Baker, have we got any questions coming in? Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Emma says hers doesn't look like ours. What does she do?
Difficult to say unless I know why it doesn't look like yours, whether it's thicker or thinner. You'll have to give me a bit more information and I'll try and help.
And Sarah says, is it the batter into the egg whites or the egg whites into the batter?
It doesn't really matter. I tend to put my egg whites into the batter. and I loosen it up with a spoonful first and then put the rest in. But if you've done it the other way around, you'll be fine.
And comment from last week's workshop, and made the olive bread, but the olive sank to the bottom of the loaf, but still yummy.
Oh, right, sorry about that. But if you put your olives in the flour, hopefully they'll mix in more. But I don't know otherwise, sorry. Right.
Should the egg whites be completely mixed into the batter? No small white chunks?
If there's a few, don't worry, that's fine. You don't want to over-mix it, you just want to fold it in lightly, so you want to keep the air in there to make nice fluffy pancakes. So don't worry about the odd bits.
And Chloe's asked, don't have fry light, what else can you use?
Oh yeah, so any oil you like, whatever you normally use. You can even use a little bit of butter if you want. You just want it to not stick to your pan. So olive oil, sunflower oil, vegetable oil, butter is all fine.
Edwina says, tried many shortbread recipes over the years, but your recipe is the best.
Thank
Make
you.
3 lots, not good for slimming.
We won't tell. Now, can everyone see the pan? Is that?
Yeah. Ask what size pan.
Doesn't matter because what you can just put into the pan. I mean, this will probably put 3 in to our pan. But if you've got a smaller pan, just put 1 or 2 in at a time. So you don't need to worry about that. Whatever you have is fine. I'm just going to wait until this to heat up, and then I can hang on, darling, because every time you do that, you'll knock air out of it. So I just don't want you to play with it too much, if that's all right.
Can I tell them what we're going to do next time?
What are we going to do next?
We're going to get the spoon with the batter. We're going to scoop a bit out, put it on the pan when it's heated.
Yeah.
How much is it heated? How much does it need to heat?
Sorry, darling, I'm just trying to make sure. It's new to me. I think I've got it on the highest heat now, so I'm just checking, but I can feel that a bit more now. Yeah, and then, so you're right, we're going to put some blobs of our batter in, and they'll probably be about 10 centimetres in diameter, and then we're going to fry them on one side, and then we're going to flip them over.
How?
It is hot.
Can you make and freeze them?
You might be able to. My advice would be, so if you wanted some for tomorrow, use half your batter today and then put the other half in the fridge and bring it out tomorrow to use.
What heat for the pan?
So you want about a medium heat. If I was on my gas hob, which is what I tend to use, Erin, thanks. So if I was in my gas hob, I'd have it on a medium heat. This hob, it's not the best. It's like a camping hob, so I've got it on a high heat at the moment just to bring it up, and then if I need to reduce it I will, because we're looking for nice golden sides and we want it cooked in the middle. So I would recommend on a gas hob go for medium. If you're on one like I am, then go for high just to get it up to temperature and then reduce as you need to. So this is not hot enough at the moment.
How long should we cook them for?
So give it about a minute on each side. I'll bake along with you so I can show you how they should look. But you should be able to freely... Sorry, Mr. Boozy Baker is just checking that I'm up to temperature. That is right, isn't it?
Yeah.
Excellent. So they should be golden and you should be able to move them easily and flip them onto the other side. If you find when you flip them, actually it looks a little bit pale and it could do with a bit longer, just flip them back again. So you shouldn't have any uncooked batter inside. Is that answering everyone's questions?
Yes.
Excellent. So I should have done this a bit earlier maybe, but it's obviously hot things on a table. We don't want to have accidents.
Oh, can we freeze the batter?
Probably. I haven't tried it, to be honest, so you're going to have to teach me something here, but I can't see why not.
They get devoured too quickly.
They do. These don't last long enough.
You don't know how much to heat it.
Yeah, we've just told them what heat to put on it. Well done. So we're just waiting for ours to heat up, whereas everyone else is probably cooking their pancakes. You're welcome to wait for us and we'll bake along with you. But this just takes a minute. It's getting quite a bit hotter now. I bet they're all devouring them already.
Still whisking. So.
Oh, fair enough. It's difficult to know because obviously we've got everything kind of ready, and we're giving the instructions, and then this tends to be our downfall, is waiting for the heat.
Remember, when you are close to this
You reckon that's about right?
And you whisk it and then you put the egg whites in. Then you need to fold it to not whisk it.
Yeah, you want to keep the air in. Shall we test one, Erin?
You're ready.
Right. So I'm going to use my big spoon, and I'm going to add enough to be about 10 centimetres in diameter. So think about the kind of serving unit for like American pancakes. Okay, darling, let me do this. I don't want you to burn.
Freezing goes because she didn't realise it made so many.
Well, as I said, they're perfect for a Sunday breakfast as well. So what I always do is make some on the Saturday, and then if it was just me and Rich, then we'd keep some of the batter in the fridge and make it the next day.
It was Louisa's birthday on Wednesday. She made the shortbread for her work colleagues. Had so many compliments.
Oh, lovely! That's so good to know.
And happy birthday from
Yes, happy birthday.
You could even dye the pancakes with food colouring.
Yes, that's a you and your friends thing, isn't it? To dye the pancakes different colours.
Yeah, and also you can put chocolate chips in there.
You could, yes, if you want.
Then you wouldn't really want to put syrup or decorations.
No, you can add things. You're right, Erin. So if you wanted to add blueberries into the batter, you can do. I have tried chocolate. You have to be a bit careful that you don't burn the chocolate in the pan.
Yeah, I've been there with you.
Yeah. So
but that means no syrup.
Hang on, sweetie. So I've got 3 in my pan. It's not cooking as well as my normal one does, so I might have to leave these on for a bit longer. But you should see the sides start to kind of cook up a bit, and you should be able to move it. At the moment, when I go to touch it, I'm going to get batter running along my spatula. It's not ready yet, so I'm going to leave these for a minute.
Sarah's never braved whipping eggs before, so it's exciting.
It's a new day. You have to try these things. It's really lovely to hear people that haven't used yeast before or split eggs. And when you realise actually it's not too daunting. And the pretzel making next week, you will be surprised how easy it is to make your pretzels. It's a different technique again, and I really like introducing you to different techniques. And we're going to shape the dough. And again, it looks... Yeah, we'll put this on a bit earlier because it's just rubbish. There's no getting around it. Sorry, Mr. Boozy Bakers, it was a lovely idea, but you do have to know that you want to cook something about half an hour before. But we're going to shape the pretzels, and Erin's a bit of an expert at that, aren't you? You're very good.
And also, if you don't like that much salty stuff, then you don't have to put the sea salt on because there will be sea salt.
Yeah, we put coarse salt on the outside, don't we?
Yeah, if you don't like salty, you don't have to put it on.
No, not at all. So how's everyone doing? Have people got pancakes yet?
Tara made her pancakes quite thick. Next lot we'll use a little bit less in the pan.
Okay. Yeah, so ours are starting to bubble a little bit on top. Just a few bubbles showing through, which shows it's cooking. I like a bit of noise from my pan. It's not getting anything, and it's quite anemic. I can now lift my pancake, but I can see it's quite anemic, so we're going to leave it a bit longer. I said, I'm not a massive fan of this hob, but it does mean that we can cook things in front of you. So apologies that it's taking me a bit longer. If I had my nice gas hob on, I'd be flying through these, but I can't do that and show you what to do.
What if we cooked some more pancakes on the hob over there?
Well, we could, but it's all right. They're getting there. So you can see that there's a few holes showing that they're cooking. No, darling, because it's hot and I don't want you to hurt yourself.
Can we take the other one?
Julie's so sad, no ricotta in Wolverhampton, been to 6 shops.
Oh no!
And so how hot does the pan need to be?
So ours is on max. If this is my gas hob and a good quality hob, I would have said a medium heat will be fine. I just don't think this has a lot of power in it. I want to show you what it looks like. Right, I can now get my spatula under that. I would imagine it's not going to be the brownest underneath. I'm going to flip that over. Ta-da!
That's quite good.
That's quite good. Thanks, Erin. Nice surprise that you got there. And then another one I'm going to flip over.
That's quite good again.
Thanks, Erin. And then my last one, flip over.
That's the best one.
Hang on, watch your hands. Can they see that all right?
If you lift it a little bit.
Lift it a bit.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah.
So you can see the nice bit of golden surface to that. So I'm just going to wait for the other side to do.
We might want to flip it again afterwards.
You're going to have to watch your hands. You're going to get them burnt.
Jamini has turned out very nice, thank you.
Excellent.
Sarah has had to give up on the whisking. Egg whites wouldn't get any thicker.
So, not sure why. I have heard, but I've never had an issue, to be honest, to think about this. Erin.
Sorry, I'm just a bit tired.
You're tired. You need to do more. Yeah, sometimes keeping egg whites at room temperature, you could try that, see if that helps. Egg whites don't like grease, so if you've got a bowl which has had a bit of grease in it beforehand, try a metal or a glass bowl. I mean, these aren't compulsory, these are just, if you're struggling, maybe try those. Okay, right, Erin, I think these might be ready. The other way I do it is if you press down, if they feel quite firm, the chances are they're done. If they're squidging or you can see batter coming up anywhere, then obviously not. Right, Erin, plate please. Let's move the batter over here. What do you mean you're worried?
They might not be good.
Oh, Erin.
Oh, those are actually quite
Oh,
good.
thank you. Right, so 1.
Wait, put them on top of
2, I know you like them on top of each other. Just checking that. 1, we're good. 3 pancakes for you, Erin. There we go. Show the camera before Erin devours them.
Devour.
There we go. So, Erin, if you would like, actually, I might do the maple syrup myself because it's not a pourey one. Oh, it is actually. You do go a bit crazy on it, don't you? There we go. How's that?
No.
A bit more? Okay.
Yay.
There you go. Are you putting any fruit on it?
Maybe a few strawberries.
A few strawberries. Okay, so I'm going to put some more on because I imagine Max will be in here in a second when he sees his sister's pancakes. You might need to put a bit more oil in occasionally. I might have maybe needed to do it on this one, but we'll see. They might be fine. So I do spread them out ever such a tiny amount just to make them more circular. But that's about it. That's all they need.
Wait, can I put them on top? Yes.
Yeah.
Sarah asked, how do you know it's cooked? It's cooked from the outside but not inside.
Okay, so if you've had that problem, just put them back in again. So you do find, well I find, that you end up with a few little like air bubbles kind of pop. If you press on them slightly and it's not cooked inside, you tend to find that the mixture will try and get through to those holes. So press on them a little bit to make sure. I mean, they're not, you've got a little bit of time with them, so if they're nice and golden on the outside, they should be done on the inside. If they're looking a little bit less golden, then put them on a bit longer. Okay, Erin, you seem to have all yours. Are you?
One more.
Well, remember everyone else has got to have some.
You could even have competitions of decorating them.
I know. Right, you're going to take your knife and fork?
Can I show them what mine looks like?
I'll do that now. There we go. That's Erin's.
Can you freeze the cooked pancakes?
I'd imagine so. As I said, okay, are you off then?
Yeah.
You saying bye-bye to everyone?
Bye. Hope you have good pancakes. Or if you don't, then
It's fine. Okay, off you go. Oh, I can smell these are going over actually. There we go. These are quite a lot browner, these ones. They're fine. Yeah, it's at heat and I might need to turn it down now. So you can see those are quite a bit brown. I don't know if you can see those all right. That's fine too. Obviously I've slid that to show you. So I'll just tuck those back in, those bits. But they should be fine like that. And then it's just, yeah, try freezing them. As I said, we've never done it because they get devoured by the kids. You could always do half a mix with these, but as I said, they do last in the fridge as well. So we've got the other one coming for his now. Hi Max, you're going to sit down for a minute?
Hi. Yum.
So I'm going to press down on them again, and there's no squidginess. It doesn't look like they're going to try and flatten out anymore. I would say they're done. So 1, 2, 3 pancakes for Max.
3.
I said you can leave this in the fridge, so if you do find that there's only yourself or you're a couple, just put some cling film over your bowl. and put them in the fridge and get them out tomorrow morning and enjoy them again.
Thank you for the free pancakes.
You're very welcome, Max.
Mary, highly delighted with hers. Thank you
Good.
so much. You are amazing. Tora has wondered if hers are too thick.
So if they're a bit thick, just use the back of your spoon and just give them a bit more space. Just push them out a bit to thin them out. Just trial and error. At least you've got enough pancakes that the next lot, or just do one at a time until you're satisfied that you've got the right thickness. So who's joining us for soft pretzels next week? Have we got anyone wanting to make those? If you've read the ingredients list and you think that's a lot of bicarbonate that she's put on there, it's not a typo, it really is a lot of bicarbonate, but we're not adding it into the actual dough. We use it in a different way, so don't panic, I'm not going to poison you all.
Diane's looking forward to eating a pile, thank you.
But they're a great thing to quickly whip together, and then you've got your breakfast or your late brunch sorted. I mean, the kids can actually do this bit. Max more than Erin himself. He'd be quite happy frying these up. Hey Max, you got some cutlery? Have you worked out you had a bit of an issue there, did you?
So, Elizabeth, thanks. Very tasty pancakes.
Excellent.
Moira, thank you. Again, really enjoyed baking. A way to eat them.
Lovely.
Tastes lovely. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Obviously, if you have finished, that is it really. It's just me cooking pancakes now, which is not as exciting being told how to make them. So I understand if you're logging off to go and eat your pancakes, that's no problem at all. If you're looking for extra treats in the week, do remember that we do have an online shop where we have lots of goodies. You've got our boozy goodies and our non-boozy goodies on there, and they send straight to your door. They also make really good gifts for people. So if you've got a birthday coming up or a celebration, we do tray bakes that you can post out as gifts. And I have been asked, I need to get back to someone over gift vouchers. Yes, we can do gift vouchers as well if that's of any interest to people. And do remember that our recipe book, which will include this recipe, is available on Amazon. You can find it if you look up Boozy Bakers Lockdown Baking. Or is it Lockdown Baking with Boozy Bakers? But either should get you to the book. And if it says it's unavailable, it will be saying available soon. As soon as I've had my pancakes, I will be making sure of that. I'll take any more questions or anything if we've got any. Otherwise, Mr. Boozy Bakers, I've flipped this a number of times, but I'm pretty sure that's done. I've got your pancakes here.
No, just a lot of people saying thank you. Theirs tastes lovely. And saying yes, they're looking forward to joining us next week for pretzels.
Excellent. Right then. Well, we will leave you to it then if there's no more questions. Enjoy your pancakes. It's a bit of a shorter workshop this week, and we will see you next week.